a video, but figured we'll do an update on the CRX, getting it ready for March to go race in South Carolina, Silver Drag Strip. But been doing a couple of upgrades I've been wanting to do for a while. Starting with the motor, we did a head package. Got some Skunk 2 tuner 3s, some valve springs, retainers, basic stuff. Then we went ahead and got a little crazy with the injectors in the fuel system. I got it wired up now for all 8 injectors to work. We're gonna switch up the fuel. Gonna try and see how well I can tune the Nitro 50. Seeing as I've been doing, tuning myself. Also, we went to the suspension side, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. One of my buddies that also has a CRX and EF chassis enthusiast. We figured with all the tow-in the cars get on the launch, and we try to align it, oblong so it doesn't feather the tires too much, and try and keep it as straight as we can go. We always notice, the tires toe in a lot on the launch. So we made that on his car. It worked. Car stopped doing all that crap, so I went ahead and started making mine, so we can get the car to 60 foot better and stop tearing up slicks on a regular and having to run so much toe out, so the tires can be straight when you launch. So we worked on that, and yeah, we're just gonna keep plugging away on it, making the fuel system better to be able to sustain the amount of fuel we gotta throw in here with Nitro 50. And besides that, a little project that I'm gonna get into here in a little bit. I'll film with that. I didn't film much of the other stuff because it's been cold and I've just been working as fast as I can. For some reason, Florida decided to be cold. But radiator's coming out, alternator's coming out, the water pump is gonna stay on, but it's not gonna be functioning. We're gonna drain it, run it dry. That's all we need for keep the motor alive with that fuel, so the temperatures aren't too cold on the block and possibly crack its sleeve. So all that's coming out, and the project it's going to be we're going to convert it to Milwaukee batteries, 18 volts sustained. A couple buddies of mine running it. It's been working great. Injectors love it, the coils love it. So we're going to attempt, well, we're not going to attempt, we're going to get it wired up for Milwaukee's here in a little bit, and we'll get into that shortly. Now we continuing, since we are eliminating the 12 volt system out of the car. No more alternator, no more radiator. Gonna run them on Milwaukee's. Got a couple of these off of Amazon, the jumper cable ones, good gauge wire. They also work with the regular 10 gauge wire, but I want the better gauge wire. Anyways, Mr. Manny Metano, Manny Guzman, is the one who started doing this in the Honda world, at least. And my boy Chu just put me onto it or whatever, and I decided I'm gonna convert it to the 18 volt system and get the alternator and everything off this car to put it on this car, because this is gonna be a street car and that's the race car. So don't need the alternator, water pump, all that, delete. We're gonna run an M5 and nitro whenever it's time. So we're just gonna put this together and then put a new switch panel on to eliminate the relay box that I did. It's already old anyways. So we're gonna get working on this. the reason why I'm doing a whole new board and panel with the batteries and whatnot, besides going 18 volts, is because I want to change this up, which I did initially, since the car had no wiring whatsoever when I got it. And I labeled everything and wrote it down in a notebook, and the notebook is nowhere to be found. So I don't know who's what. Besides that, it's spaghetti's back here, so it looks like a noodle. I want to clean it up, make it better, and cleaner, I guess, you know. And some of the wires I'm not going to need anymore due to switching over to 18 volts and not having to, you know, don't need to run a fan. Eliminate that, and I'm just going to use the PDM board that comes with the switch panel, aux beam switch panel, to just power up the ECU, you know, same fashion, coils, ignition, injectors, coils, ECU, and everything else be split off to relays. For example, the fuel pump and the starter will have their own separate relay. And that's about it, just to clean it up, make it a little bit neater, and less prone to problems, I guess. Okay, well, I went ahead and did everything. I didn't record, obviously, but everything came out good. The batteries go there. I'm charging the other ones right now. I just did a dry run with the one battery. Got the switch panel programmed, so switches and momentary switches all separate, one for the starter, whatnot. And once the batteries are charged, we're gonna try and turn it on. But so far, ECU turns on, injectors get power, coils got power, sensors got power, the Bluetooth module for the dash for the tablet, it's got power, all the relays work, everything's working so far. So in a little bit we'll try and turn it on once the other batteries are charged.